Have you ever seen those guys that go into prison and then they come out of prison and they're freaking huge?
The name's Oliver.
If you're not familiar with Oliva and Grappler Baki, you're missing out. Go ahead and do yourself a favor and watch all the seasons of Grappler Baki or read the manga. And not just watching the seasons on Netflix, there are actually 2 more that you need to watch before you get into the seasons on Netflix to kind of understand the story up to that point. So go ahead and go do that. However, we get introduced to Oliva in Season 3 of Baki, and he quickly becomes one of the regular characters in the series. This is a man who is strong enough to be friends with Hanma Yujiro.
You're looking good, Yujiro.
You too, Oliver.
And who is also strong enough to live in Arizona State Prison in a state of luxury, by the way, and he can basically leave whenever he wants, which grants him the nickname Unchained. He's a fantastic character who's basically all strength and 0 technique, and he uses his thick slabs of muscle as literal armor against knives and even guns. And that's why he's going to get 6 real anime training workouts, so hold on getting into this program until we post all of the workouts over the next couple of weeks, because I'll do a final video putting the whole program together so you can kind of understand it as a whole. This is a bodybuilding program based on putting on size, getting swole, getting jacked, getting huge. You get the picture. If you're not sure what makes something a bodybuilding workout, I did a video on bodybuilding rep ranges right here, so check that out. And as I said before, we're starting where every good bro should, on chest day. Okay, let's get into it. Day 1 of Oliva's training is simple. There are only 4 exercises, but it's a fair amount of total volume, so be mindful of that. We'll go over each of the exercises and then we'll review the whole workout at the end. The first section is a superset of barbell bench press and pull-ups. There are 7 total supersets, meaning that you'll do a set of bench, then a set of pull-ups, and then you'll rest about 60 to 90 seconds and go again. The bench sets are all 8 reps with increasingly heavier weight, and the pull-ups are a maximum number of 15 reps per set. Okay, for the bench press, make sure that you keep those elbows from flaring out and that you're keeping your forearms vertical underneath the bar. Small arch under your back and drive your feet into the ground while bracing with your midsection. As soon as you're done, pop over to a pull-up bar and knock out as many pull-ups as you can, up to 15 reps. Now, with those pull-ups, you're once again keeping your forearms vertical and pulling down through your elbows. That's going to activate your lats. Make sure your chin goes over the bar and your arms are fully extended at the bottom of the movement with your scapula still pulled back. So don't go into a full relaxed hang, but your arms should be straight at the bottom of the movement. You've got 6 more sets just like this. Well, the weight changes on the bench, so let's talk about the bench press sets really quick. The weights are going to start lighter and end up heavier, but let's talk in concrete terms. It's good to know your 1 rep max for this, or at least an estimate of it, because we're going to be using it as a reference. Your first set of bench is going to be 35% of your 1 rep max. That doesn't seem like a lot, but it's going to get heavy really quick as we move on up. Second set's going to be 40% of your 1 rep max. Third set's 50% of your 1 rep max. Fourth set is 55% of your 1 rep max. Fifth set is 62.5% of your 1 rep max. Sixth set is 67.5% of your 1 rep max. And that last set of 8 reps of bench press is going to be 70% of your 1 rep max. Now, like I said, this may not seem like much, but after 7 sets of 8 reps, back to back with the pull-ups, it's going to get on you. And remember, this is just the beginning of the workout. For the specifics of the pull-ups, I'm going to recommend that you change your grip during the sets. So just outside shoulder, chin-ups, wide grip, neutral grip, it's going to hit the muscle in different ways, so you can change every set. You should not be adding weight to this exercise until you're able to do 15 reps of pull-ups on every single set. That's 7 sets of 15 pull-ups. That's a lot of pull-ups, but if Oliva can pull a helicopter down, albeit in a different exercise, you can do this. Now, some of you may not be able to do a lot of pull-ups or any, so feel free to use the assisted pull-up machine in order to get your reps in. The great part about the assisted pull-up machine is that you can gradually lower the weight as the weeks go by, so you're lifting more and more of your own weight. This should make the transition to the bar much easier if you're just starting to learn how to do a pull-up. The next 2 exercises are also done in tandem. You could call it a superset, but it would be more apt to call it a compound set because it's working similar and not separate muscle groups. In any case, the next 2 exercises are the dumbbell chest fly and dips. We're doing 5 sets of 15 reps, 4 each, back to back. You're going to rest 60 to 90 seconds in between each of those compound sets. For the chest fly, you're going to start with a lighter weight and build your weight up over the next 5 sets. So you're just barely able to get 15 reps on that last set. If you're new to the movement, I recommend sticking with the lighter weight on your first set all the way through set 5 and then moving the weight up gradually for sets 2 through 5 over several weeks. One of the things that you're going to have to get used to for this program is the volume. So even though the weights may not be as heavy as you can pick up, there's a lot of volume. When performing the chest fly, lay on a bench, keep your elbows slightly bent and a little lower than in line with your shoulders. Take the weights away from each other until you feel a slight stretch in your chest. If you're feeling it in your shoulder, you're likely going too far. You may feel like it's trying to dislocate at your shoulder. That's probably an indication that you're going too far with the range of motion. At the top of the movement, you're going to squeeze your chest together to get a little bit of extra work. You want to maintain control of the movement at all times. You're not trying to speed through this exercise. For the dips, you're going to be working to heavier and heavier sets, but that is only as long as you can already do 5 sets of 15 reps. If you are unable to do that, let's get there first before you add any weight to sets 2 through 5. If you are unable to perform dips at all, you can use an assisted dip machine to help you get your reps in. Much like the pull-ups, you can use the assisted dip machine and that will help you get to be able to doing the actual movement. Form-wise, keep your elbows tucked in and try to go as deep as you comfortably can on the reps. Full extension of the arms at the top of each repetition.
Now, Biscuit Oliva is patterned after real-life bodybuilder Sergio Oliva, who is one of my favorite bodybuilders. He looks fantastic. I love the old-style bodybuilding a lot more than I like new-style bodybuilding. But yeah, just fantastic. If you don't know anything about bodybuilding or whatever else, I encourage you to go watch some shows, watch some people train, and just kind of like familiarize yourself with the sport because there's a lot that goes into it. It's not easy. It is one of the hardest and least, like, if you want to talk about sports that people pour their hearts and souls into and don't get anything out of most of the time, bodybuilding is one of those things. You have to be extremely, extremely, extremely successful as a bodybuilder to actually go anywhere with it.
And just so you guys understand how freaking strong Sergio Oliva was, I'm going to show you the weights that he was working with for all of the exercises in this workout. As you can see, if you look at this list, this guy was massively strong. I do want to offer you guys a word of caution on this Oliva workout and the program in general. It is a lot of volume, and it is likely that you are not used to training at this level of volume in general, even if you're used to lifting heavy weights. That may even be the case if you are already a bodybuilder, because one of the key points of Oliva's training method is that it was very simple and full of volume. So, if you are attempting these workouts, do yourself a favor and start lighter than it is listed and get used to the number of reps and sets. You'll adapt to the volume after a few weeks of training, and then you can slowly increase the weight to the listed recommendations. But it's going to take you a little while if you are new to training, or if you are new to bodybuilding type protocols. So please keep that in mind. So, real quick, let's review. 7 sets of the bench press / pull-up superset with increasingly heavier weight on bench press utilizing the listed percentages. 60 to 90 seconds rest between those supersets. Then 5 compound sets of 15 reps each on dumbbell chest flies and dips with increasingly heavier weight on both, if you're able. 60 to 90 seconds rest between each of those compound sets. And that's it. That's the extremely simple yet brutal Monday workout for Oliva. In the next video, we'll tackle his Tuesday workout, which is abs and legs. Hope you guys enjoyed this workout. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks to everyone who supports the channel. You guys are awesome. You make this thing happen. I'm the Anime Trainer. Until next time, guys, good luck and train hard.